guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marquita, and on this video I'm doing a collab, my first collab of 2020. Okay, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 ways that planning has completely changed my life. Okay, but first, if you're new to my channel, I hope you'll stick around and consider subscribing and also giving me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoy it. So let's jump in. I think you'll want to see this. I hope so. If you want to see my 5 ways planning changed my life, make sure to stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm going to be sharing with you those 5 things, but first, this is a collab video, so I'm collabing with some amazing ladies, phenomenal ladies. So first being Michelle. I adore Michelle. Her personality is just so magnetic. She is just so personable. You will love her. Make sure to check out her channel. She is super funny. I just love her personality. She shares things from lifestyle videos, budgeting. She's a huge budgeter. She's got her life completely together when it comes to budgeting, whereas I'm on the struggle bus. And so head on over to her channel for that sort of content. She also does lots of vlogs. She's getting into that vlog life. She's a great YouTuber that you'll definitely want to follow here in 2020. So I am definitely excited to be collabing with her. We did a collab in the past and it worked out so well that we just had to do it again, right? So again, phenomenal woman. She also does a retreat, a planner retreat, so you may want to check into that as well. I did get a chance to attend the Planning a Better Me retreat this past year. It was so encouraging. I had such a great time. And so Michelle is phenomenal. You'll definitely want to check her out. Head on over to her channel. I'll link it below. She's doing the same video. Make sure to comment on her video. Let her know where you came from. And if you are here from Michelle, hello. So glad you decided to pop in today to catch this video. The second person I'm collabing with, we are doing a 3-way collab, is Shay Budgets. You guys know her as well here on YouTube for her budgeting videos, also to help you get your life together. Her and Michelle are great friends, and we have all known each other for the past couple of years. Here on YouTube is where our friendship started, and so I am collabing with her as well. Again, lots of fabulous content on her channel. She just bought a house. Congratulations to her, right? And so she is doing lots more lifestyle content on her channel. You'll love her channel. Head on over there. She's doing the same exact video. Make sure to comment on her video as well. Let her know you came from my channel, and if you are here from her channel, what's up, girl? Hopefully you like it here, so much so that you will consider subscribing and also giving me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoy it. I am also doing an exciting giveaway because planning is so essential for me. I wanted to give something away also as a thank you for 50,000 subscribers. So it's just a small giveaway, but I wanted to give this away to one person who could make planning change their life in 2020. So what I'm giving away is a planner, of course. So this planner is called Glamorous Planner. It is from Glamorous Planning. It is a super gorgeous planner. It's so pretty. I'm just going to open it up really quickly just to show you the cover because the cover is just so darn gorgeous. Look at those florals, y'all, and there is some rose gold action as well. It's just such a pretty planner. Someone sent this to me for review. Of course, I'm not going to use it because I already have my lineup ready for 2020. I am actively using those planners that are going to work for me, but I don't want it to go to waste. There's no reason for it to go to waste. So I did a flip through of this on my Instagram, so make sure to head on over to Instagram if you want to get a sneak peek of how this looks on the inside. Again, I'm giving this away to one person, so I will put in the comment section below or the description box below how you can enter to win this. So I'm excited about that. I always like to do a giveaway every now and then, and so I want you to be able to get your life in 2020 and make planning essential and work for you, and hopefully this is a step in the right direction in achieving that goal. So giveaway. So again, we're jumping on in to the 5 things and the way that planning has changed my life. So let's dive right in, y'all. So first and foremost, planning is essential for me. I have to do it for a lot of reasons, and those reasons are what I'm going to share with you guys today. So let's jump on into those 5 things. The first way that planning has changed my life is I am way more organized. I like to think that I was organized prior to planning, but I'm kind of fooling myself to think that because things were in such a disarray. And I think planning and starting to plan really highlighted that and allowed me to see different areas of my life in which I needed to be more organized, because writing things down always helps in that regard, because you can see things at a glance. You can write out those areas of your life in which you want to be more organized, and then you can see how you yourself, of course, can contribute to the success of those areas in your life. So that's why planning is so helpful for me to get organized, because I like to write things out. I'm just a writer, and so I typically like to write things out by subject. So within my planner, you'll see my catch-all planner. I use a subject style insert layout from my shop. I started with the student planner from the Happy Planner because that's just how my brain works. In terms of planning, I like to see things by subject. And so I typically have about 6 different areas of my life which I like to keep organized, and I like to write out everything based on those areas of my life. I use a classic size Happy Planner as my catch-all planner. This is my main planner that I write most everything about my life in. I do have some other planners in my lineup, which you guys have seen my lineup, so you already know which planners I'm using, but this is my main planner. And so when it comes to subjects, this is how my brain works. I just have to write things out by subject. It just helps me to be better organized. And so as you can see, I've got subjects there on this side, and those are the main areas of my life in which I like to keep myself organized. I do also have a fitness planner and a wellness planner and a business planner, which are not here. So in addition to these sections here, I have sections at the top, like physical sections that I can flip through in my planner to get to those other sections in which I want to be organized in my life. And so writing all of that stuff down just helps me, again, to see it all on paper. Sometimes, there's a lot of people who digital plan, which I have nothing against digital planning. I think digital planning is a great way to plan as well. But for me, I like to see it on paper. I want to open something up and see right in front of me what I've got to do, what I've got going on. And so planning just helps me to stay super organized. Now, I'm not the most organized person. I do have areas of my life in which I need to improve on that. And so again, that is where planning and writing things out help me with that, because if I write out my goals, then I can see areas of my life where I need to improve on. And so if I'm not writing it down, how am I going to see those areas in which I need to improve on? So planning helps me to be organized in every aspect of my life, whether it's my personal life, my business life, fitness planning, which I've now jumped on the bandwagon again with, and also my schooling for the kids, and just everyday life, faith planning, all aspects of life in which I have goals with is what planning helps me to stay organized in doing. And so that's the first and probably the most important part of how planning has changed my life, is that I feel like overall I'm just a more organized person. I still have a long way to go, a lot of improvements that need to be made, but because I'm writing everything out and I see it on paper, it allows me to work towards those goals. And I think I'm going to be more of a successful person in the long run because I'm writing it out. So it's just my opinion. Again, all of this is just my opinion and the way that planning has changed my personal life. You probably have your own ways in which planning changed your life, but this is just the way in which planning has helped me. So that's way number one. I am way more organized, y'all, than I was before I was planning. Just real talk, okay? And so let's jump on into the number 2 way that planning has changed my life. So I feel like I'm more accountable because I'm writing things out, and then also because I'm sharing it with you guys here on YouTube. It holds me accountable. It holds me accountable to those things I want to achieve, those goals I want to achieve, anything I say I'm going to do. If I write it in my planner, there's more likely a chance that I'm going to do it, and I'm more accountable to that by seeing it on paper. It's just the way it works. And so it helps me, again, to just write it out and to hold myself accountable for those things that I promised I was going to do, those goals, those appointments, those just everyday tasks and to-do list items. It holds me accountable, and it also holds my family accountable, so that we can make sure that we are doing those things that we have obligated ourselves to do, and those goals that we want to do to enhance our life, make it better, and just achieve all that is that we want to achieve in this lifetime. I definitely think accountability is super important, and for me, writing it out on my planner helps me to just be that accountable. And I think that we all need to be accountable for the things that we say we want to do, and the things that we want to do. We need to be held accountable for it. And this helps me, again, YouTube being able to share it with you guys always holds me accountable because you guys don't let nothing slip through. And then also just the fact that I'm writing it out. So I definitely say that that was my second way that planning has changed my life, is that I'm more accountable for my actions and more accountable for the obligations and things that I say I'm going to do. I'm held accountable for it, and that's super important. So the third way that planning has completely changed my life is that we eat out less, y'all. So prior to planning, if I'm being honest, I wasn't meal planning. And now that I am planning, meal planning is a huge part of that process. You guys know that is my complete favorite part of planning. I love cooking, I love meal planning, and I say that that is definitely attributed to the fact that I'm planning. I'm writing it out. I'm looking up recipes and writing it in my recipe keeper. It's exciting to plan it all out, to decorate those spreads. All of that stuff is just so fun to me. And now that I've found this whole community of planning, I'm not turning back. I can't see myself turning back. And so again, meal planning is just one aspect of planning. There are several other aspects of planning that you can get into. Meal planning just happens to be my favorite, although I do a lot of different types of planning. Within here, I have a meal planner section where I keep my meal plans for the year, my meal plans for the week, and I write them on my catch-all spread. And then I also have recipe cards from the Happy Planner that I use that are very essential and recipe and meal keeping. And I have some inserts from my shop that help as well. And so because I'm writing it all down in my planner and I'm planning it out, I can see it on paper because I'm constantly referring to this planner on a daily basis because that is important. You want to make sure you're looking at your plans, right? And so because I'm doing that, it allows me to plan better. And so now I can write out what we're eating for the week. I can write my grocery list out. I can order my groceries or go to the store, depending on what your preference is. And that makes it to where I'm cooking more. I do like to cook, and I did find out through planning that I love to cook now. And so because of all of that, we eat out less. It's only natural to eat out less when you're meal planning. Meal planning is a very important part of the process if you want to eat out less. If you don't want to eat out less, then just keep doing what you're doing. That's fine. No judgments here. Trust me. We have our occasional eating out, but I think we are eating out far less than we were eating out before I started planning. And so now meal planning is just a part of my weekly routine where I sit down on a Sunday, I figure out what we want to eat. It allows me to try different recipes. I also think it's essential if you want to start a weight loss journey, you have to meal plan or meal prep. You have to write things down in order to see kind of where you're at, seeing what you need to improve, seeing what your family likes, what they don't like. All of that is part of the process and is very, very essential in meal planning. And it just helps. All of it helps to stop eating out as much if that's a goal for you. And that is definitely a goal for us. We don't want to be spending money at no restaurant, eating unhealthy food. We want to make sure we're eating more at home as a family, connecting together as a family, and meal planning is an important part of that process. It just is what it is. And so if you want that as a goal, then I would definitely say to just start meal planning. You don't have to do it in a decorative way like I do. You can just do it in a more simple way by just taking a sheet of paper and writing out what you want, sticking it to the refrigerator, and keep it moving that way. Or you can do it like I do, which is more fun in my opinion, and write it all out and use stickers and all that good stuff, because Happy Planner does have a lot of meal planning and recipe keeping items now. They have a whole foodie collection. They've got a ton of things out there if you want a decorative recipe keep and meal plan. I also have a super huge thick meal planner that a recipe keeper rather, that I'm going to hand down to my daughter Addison. It's got a ton of recipes in there that I can hand down to her that she can share with her family that have worked for us and that she loves. And so I am going to be passing that down to her in the future. She's only 6, so we've got time, a lot of time. And so that is something that I'm feeling good about to be able to give her. And so again, because meal planning is such an important part of my life, it has definitely helped with us saving money on eating out, because we're not eating out as much, we're eating in. And again, since the way I write it out, I pretty much have a schedule. And so I know those days when we eat out. I know those, I can plan for it because it's on my planner and it's written out, it's already planned for. So although we do have occasional times where we may not have it had been planned for eating out, it's okay because most of the time you're eating in. And so even if you have the occasional day where you don't feel like cooking, or you just want to eat out, that's fine. As long as, in my opinion, most of the time you are eating at home and meal planning for success in terms of not spending as much on eating out. And so I love it. It just works for me. I feel like we have saved so much money by meal planning and recipe keeping and not eating out as much. So yes, meal planning is very essential. It's my heart. I love it. I really enjoy it. And so I'm looking forward to sharing more of that type of content with you guys here in 2020. Hopefully you enjoy watching. Again, menu planning, definitely essential for me. It has completely changed the game for me, and it is very essential in planning for me. The fourth way that planning has changed my life is it gives me a place to dump it all out, y'all. Sometimes my mind is going like 1,000 miles a minute. I'm constantly thinking of things on the fly. I'm just, I have lots of ideas and goals and things that I want to achieve. And because I'm planning, I'm writing it out. I'm getting it out of my head and onto paper. And I feel like when you get it out of your head and onto paper, of course, there's more likely of a chance that you'll do those things, right? I mean, if you see it in front of you, how could you not do it? I mean, of course, we put things off, we procrastinate, which is fine, but there's more of a chance that you'll be successful in achieving whatever those goals are if you write it down, right? And so I have several different ways I do that. First and foremost, I have this planner here, which is my notes planner. So this is notes and lists. So I have a ton of sections here that I have all organized. Again, organization, right? So I've got some tabs here that have different subjects on them with different lists that I like to create. I am definitely a list maker. And so I will just go into these different sections based on what the thought is that I have in my head that I need to get out. And I will write it in that section and just dump it all out. I mean, literally get it out of my head. Okay. I got to get it out of my head. And once I get it out of my head, I have made so many of my goals and dreams come true by just writing it out. And prior to that, I don't think I was as productive as I am now. I don't feel like I was achieving a lot of my goals that I wanted to achieve without writing it out. I don't feel like a lot of aspects of my life would be a success without writing it out. Whether it's faith related, whether it's meal planning, whether it's organization, whether it's goals, whatever the case may be, writing it out has allowed me to just be more productive in those areas of my life. So having a resource that I can dump everything out is essential for me. So even if you're not planning, I think just developing some sort of notebook system like this or something similar will help to just get it all out of your head and onto paper, even if you're not planning in a daily planner or a monthly planner, if that makes sense. Just have a little notebook nearby that you can just jot down ideas. And again, having it organized like I have it organized helps me because I like to, we already talked about how my brain works in sections. That's why I plan using a subject style layout because that's the way my brain works. Y'all excuse this lighting too, because the sun keeps coming in and out and it's just like messing my flow up, okay? So you're gonna see it keep going in and out, and I'm sure I'm gonna be super annoyed when I watch the playback and post and I edit this video and be like, why? And so you have to pardon it, that's what it is. I am sitting right here in front of the light, and so right now it's super bright and sunny out, but we get some overcast and then it's weird. So anyways, that's why the lighting situation is what it is. Just thought I'd put it out there. So back to this. Get a notebook or a planner, whatever you decide. But either way, I think that having a resource to be able to dump out all of your ideas and goals and things is definitely going to contribute to the success of whatever it is that you want to do. So that has definitely helped me. And so this stays on my desk and it travels with me all around the house. So that way, on the fly, I can just dump something out. I also have a smaller size, a skinny mini size in my purse. That has been essential as well to dump ideas out on the go. And so I would definitely develop some sort of notebook system, whether it's organized like mine, that's up to you, but this just works for me. And so that way you can get it all out of your head, dump it all out, and keep it moving. And then you can refer to it later when you're ready to sit down and strategize on what goals you have and how you want to achieve them. So write it out, okay? Write it out. Trust me, it works. So the fifth and final way that planning has changed my life, I mean like legit changed my life, is that I have a creative outlet. So I like to think of myself as a creative person, and I have tried lots of different creative projects, but my heart just leans towards planning for two reasons. First is that it's functional. So your planning, although it's decorative planning, it still benefits you in some way, right? Because we're referring to those plans on a daily basis or monthly basis to see what we've got going on and to see what we are doing with our lives. So it's twofold. So it gets to be a creative outlet where you can just create and put stickers down and make things look cute. And then it's also functional because you're using it. This whole planning lifestyle has just been a whirlwind for me. I mean, it's the reason why you're here, because I started my channel based on planning, and then it's kind of grown and spun into different aspects of my life, which I share with you guys. But there is such a huge community here of fabulous ladies who are just so creative, who I am inspired inspired by every day to step my game up, and then also give me inspirational ideas on things that I can create in my planner to make it work for me and to make it cuter, because I like a pretty planner. And so it has just given me a way to be creative. Even though people may not think of planning as a creative thing, it totally is. You know it. And so, you know, being able to use all the things, all the washi tape, all the stickers, all the bullet journaling, the stencils, the stamps, all of that stuff is creative. And so planning, although it is functional, it is also a way to release some creativity. And we all have it built up inside of us, even if we think we don't. Each and every one of us has creativity built within us that we can share and others can be inspired by. And so that is my fifth way. I absolutely love planning for that aspect of it. Just being able to be creative, sit down at my desk, pull out all the things and just go at it. And I really enjoy it. Like I really, really enjoy it. And so although I do use it in my everyday life and it has helped me in those 4 other ways, being creative is super important to me. I have to have a way to get it all out on paper or, you know, through different media and means. It's completely up to you. Planning is just what works for me. And so those are my 5 ways, guys. I love planning. It has completely changed the game for me. It is essential for my life. I have to do it. I just can't see myself not planning. It's just built in me now, and I love everything about it. So hopefully you guys were inspired in some way. Again, this is a collab video, which means you want to go over to those other channels and check those fabulous ladies out, Michelle and Shay Budgets. Of course, they're fabulous ladies with the same video. Make sure to check that out. Comment on their videos. Let them know you came from my channel and let me know that you came from their channel. Subscribe to their channel. Also give them lots of love. We love them. They're fantastic ladies. And so you will love them as much as I do. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget about the giveaway. Also, again, I'm going to put the details to the giveaway below so that way you can enter to win. I want you to get your life. I want you to start being creative if that's your goal. If you don't want a decorative plan, that's completely fine as well. You can just write in your plans. I also wanted you to be more organized. I want you to be more productive. I want you to be accountable. I want you to have a creative outlet if that's what you choose to have. So hopefully this will be a step in the right direction with that. And so check the description box below for more details. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys mean the world to me. 2020 is going to be fantastic for all of us. And so I appreciate you guys so much for stopping by my channel today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video so much so that you'll consider subscribing and also giving me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoy it. So again, I appreciate you so much for stopping by. Hopefully you'll come back and catch another video, in which case I'll see you then.